King Badass.
Oh, hello.
So you leave your flaming greatsword in the Garden of Eden, probably near the East Gate, as is tradition, and head down into Purgatory.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sing a little song about it as I go along.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take the both, and there you have the facts of life. Da, facts of life. I don't know the rest of the words. I only watched the first 15 seconds of shows.
Okay. That's an interesting tidbit about his character to introduce now.
Mm-hmm. He only has ever seen the first 15 seconds of a show.
Is it an attention span thing, or does he just get all he needs out of him?
After that, he gets kind of bored,
Thank you for being a friend. Da 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 da.
And then he turns off the show.
You're something in a confidant.
A friend? What do you... The
I
whole
thought
song's about friendship.
I thought it was friend, but then I was like, no, that's too obvious. The other line had friend in it.
By the way, if you want to watch something weird, you should see the original version of that song that's sung by a guy. It is a very weird song.
So this is a weird vibe to bring into King descending the stairs covered in blood and just mangled bodies from the Lady of Pain. You're just walking down. You've decided you don't want any part of the fight between Nifix and CoinTube, and you're going home to be with your family.
Yeah, I'm thinking of dinner.
You're just going over the recipe in your head?
Yeah, just gotta make sure I get the Brussels sprouts in there. But how do I hide it so all the kids will eat it?
So you're thinking about Brussels sprouts as you see ahead of you coming up the stairs. It is Kato.
Oh, hey, Kato.
King, I gotta be honest with you. I'm pretty troubled by the fact that you're alone and you appear to be disarmed. Did something go terribly wrong?
No, I think everything's going really right. But I think you should be heading down instead of up.
Why is that?
I think this whole place is gonna get dislodged from reality.
As you say that, cracks are creeping up the walls, bright, red, angry cracks, as the building is shaking itself apart.
I don't really know what that means. They just said it a lot and it sounded bad.
Yeah, it certainly looks bad. King, are you implying that something has happened to Cordelia and Blake? Did you defeat the Lady of Pain?
Oh, Sharon? Nah, I think she's still up there.
Excusez-moi?
Yeah, Lady of Pain was Sharon.
What a way to find out, right?
Didn't you know? I thought you two talked about everything. This is awkward. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You know what? Forget I said anything. I don't know who the Lady of Pain is, but she's still up there. And you should go talk to her because, again, everything's going to break.
Well, okay, King, this has been a lot of new knowledge very quickly, and I gotta say I'm pretty perturbed, but it seems like you have already made up your mind to leave, so I just want to say if this whole thing comes apart and crashes down on me while I'm going up here to see what's going on, it was an honor to work with you. The world owes you a debt more than they'll ever know, and you're just a good guy. That's just all I kind of wanted to say. You're a good man.
Oh, thanks. You are too, buddy. Hey, you don't still hold all that weight on yourself, do you?
Oh, you mean because of the talk we had before about the mistake I made?
Yeah.
Of course, King. It never quite goes away. You just learn how to live with it.
Well, try to let go, buddy. You owe that to yourself.
And King's going to give Kato a big hug.
Aw.
He hugs you back and says, I think people just assume I'm the conduit of wrath because I'm sending the Furies out there to rain hellfire down on people, but my wrath isn't with the outside world. It's with myself. Not ever able to make a positive change without all these unforeseen consequences, all this collateral damage. I just wish I could have done more.
Sometimes I wish all of us were just the conduits of lime. That seems like it's a lot more simple.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, he reaches into his inner cloak and pulls out the letter that Blake gave him before, and he says, "I've been in here saving civilians, so I didn't get a chance to deliver this to the lawyer. Can you Can you give this to maybe your brother who can get it to the right people?
Oh, okay. Is my brother a lawyer?
No, I just figured that I just figured that maybe you wouldn't know where to go with it, and he would. It's not a
King's going to put his finger over Kato's mouth and then rest his hand on his shoulder and says,
You made the right call in telling me to take this to Lloyd.
Yeah, I did a little peek inside. It seems like something he can take care of, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Sure thing. I guess I can't call you boss anymore, so I'll just call you friend.
All right, friend. Say hi to Abraham for me.
Will do. Say hi to the lady who paid for me.
You bastard. All right, I'm going to try to get up these stairs as fast as I can and maybe ascertain the situation before it gets any worse. Hopefully I'll make it in time.
If you put your arms behind your back while you run, you go faster.
I'll take that advice from you, King. You are the strongest after all.
Please don't get there in time.
Oh my God, Laura!
I don't want more people to have to fight, okay?
Oh, what makes you think he'd be on CoinTube's side against Sharon?
I don't know. You did just send us to go kill the lady, the people to go kill the Lady of Pain. I don't know.
That was before he knew who it was.
Oh, okay, maybe get up there in time then.
So, CoinTube absolutely killed initiative. Cordelia's up first, then Blake, then Nifix, then Sharon. Tyrannosaurus goes on Nifix's initiative.
But
So-
it has been pointed out, Nifix did get to summon in a T-Rex and no clip before initiative happened last episode. So, like, it's almost like Nifix won initiative.
Bosses have special powers they get if they're in their lair. They're called lair actions. Let's just say that's what it was. It was mostly just because it is a cool way to end that last episode, but shut up. Also, that thing I just said.
Yeah, it was planned. Yeah.
So Cordelia, you are linked arms with Blake. Everyone said their piece. It is time to fight. What do you do on your turn?
Okay, so I'm just pulling it up because my Adobe Acrobat is frozen. But my first move is to cast Blight on the T-Rex.
All right, so that's a Constitution save from T-Rex. Do you want to give him a name, Laura?
Jeremy.
Okay, you're not Laura.
Sure. The person who's about to blight
I just want
it
to stress the importance of naming something that is going to die, okay? I would not create a whole lot of sentimental attachment.
I don't know where Jeremy came from.
That's fair. Well, Lauren is almost the same as Laura, so sure, Lauren can name the T-Rex that's
I
about
was
to
just being
die.
an asshole.
That's cool. It's Jeremy the T-Rex.
I've worked with Lauren long enough to know one of the purest joys in life she gets is naming animals, so...
Especially if they're people names.
9, the T-Rex fails as Cordelia blights it.
Okay. It's gonna be 8d8 necrotic damage.
Oh, boy.
25.
Could be better, buddy.
How many of those do you get?
Enough.
I'm guessing it's not super many, huh? Okay, cool.
I did get my spell slots back when we did hit dice.
So, Cordelia, do you stay on the ground?
I'm a fly.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because T-Rex is going to go before you get to go again, and he does love a ground raisin, which is what he calls people.
No, I'm not. If I can fly, why would I ever not be fly?
Blake, it's your turn.
Well, I mean, when you're not flying, you get to use your new legs. Don't you want to use your new legs? Down on the ground.
Laura. I love you.
I don't know why, but the term ground raisin is very amusing.
That got me too.
Because I know 100, that just means Blake.
Oh god. So, well, to maybe make that a little less likely, I'm gonna cast mirror image, and Blake's suddenly going to have 4 Blakes running in various directions for you to choose from. So cool.
Too many Blakes.
Too many Blakes.
Too many Blakes.
Too many Blakes.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Blake?
Yep, that would be the end of the turn.
All right, Nifix.
Well, I've got a T-Rex and I'm no-clipped and I have an arcane sword, so I'm just gonna start... Who do I need to worry about most?
Let me tell you, the T-Rex is absolutely going to eat Blake, so that's covered.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I'm gonna aim that arcane sword at Cordelia.
Okay.
All right, make a magic attack against Cordelia. She actually can't use her advantage because this is an attack, not a saving throw, so it's against her AC.
17, does that hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna hit, isn't it? Okay, and how much
Yes.
damage do I do?
Not enough, hopefully.
20 damage.
Okay. I can live with that.
Yeah, but that didn't take up a spell slot, and that's just gonna keep happening, though.
Yeah.
It's time for Jeremy to fuck up Blake.
Jeremy.
All right, so because of the mirror image, I roll a d20 to determine whether or not it's hitting me or one of the duplicates.
Yep, the only way you're going to stay alive, so you really got to try.
Oh, I failed. But that's okay, because I can just use illusory self. And it wasn't. It was another illusion.
There's illusions on top of illusions.
To cancel that attack.
All right, so Jeremy goes to bite the real Blake, but then you use another illusion, and now there's a fake Blake on top of the real Blake, and there's the garden is full of Blakes. I think there's an apocryphal book about this, the Garden of Blakes.
It brings me a lot of joy how close some of these moves are getting already, huh?
This is a really interesting breakdown. So Nifix is commanding the scythe to chase Cordelia through the sky. The T-Rex is running after Blake. They're playing hide and seek amongst the trees. And now it's Sharon's turn. Sharon is going to, I think, she doesn't know who Blake is because of his conduit. So I think she's going to focus on Cordelia. Cordelia, dexterity saving throw as knives begin to rain from the sky on you.
15.
Nope, not good enough.
Damn.
You take 15 damage as a knife lands right between your shoulder blades.
These things happen.
They sure do. And we're back to you, Cordelia.
All right, I'm gonna use my Metatron fan, which does dispel magic. I'm gonna do it on that scythe.
Is there no check or anything for that? It just gets to happen.
I like how we've turned D&D into like a game of Magic the Gathering or something like that, where it's just like, I don't know what it does. Like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh game, like, ooh, who knows what card has been laid down on the table.
The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So what level is Arcane Sword? 6?
7.
Yeah, Lauren, you need to make you have to beat 17 DC.
Oh, crossing my fingers.
Damn. 14.
It's not gonna do it.
Well.
I can continue to be okay for a minute.
Okay, Blake.
So I'd like to make a sleight of hand check, and I think I should get advantage on it.
Okay. Guest DM.
I'm just saying, because there's 4 of me running around.
Yeah, guest DM Conrad with an interesting suggestion here for the rules.
As guest DM Laura, I think... How about no?
No, it's fine. It's good. Do it.
Okay.
For the audience, Conrad did message me. So this is normally something if you were doing it at a table, you would take a player aside and talk to them. We did it using the power of technology.
25.
25 is so good, you don't even have to explain yourself, Conrad.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that's my action this turn.
Yeah, it sure is. What did Conrad do this turn, huh?
That feels unfair that you're allowed to be like, I did a thing. I'm not going to tell you what I did a thing.
I think, yeah. So there are so many Blake clones running through the Garden of Eden here, getting up to shenanigans. They're all doing very suspicious things, but you don't know which one matters. I love this a lot.
Okay, so just like, quick question. the way
I just got attacked like 3 times. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, the way that mirror image works is one of them is the real Blake. Like,
Correct.
is one of them still the real Blake?
Correct.
Okay. I thought you were shenaniganing here that, like, none of them were you anymore and you were off somewhere else or some shit.
I mean, well, maybe that's what I did, but
I feel like that's
for
breaking
the mechanics
the spell
of the
if
way
you can
the
have
spell
just, like,
works,
none of them are
yes.
you.
I don't think there's a skill check to become non-corporeal. Wait, hold on. Nifix is literally non-corporeal now. What the fuck am
Yeah.
I talking about?
Also, that was,
But it doesn't require a
also,
skill
there was definitely
check.
a spell that did that. That was the whole last season we did it.
Well, shut up. I'm editing all that out. It made me look like a real asshole.
That's how we got to the sun.
Nifix, it's your turn.
Okay, continuing to send that floaty blade at Cordelia. 13. I'm guessing that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, so the mechanics of this fight are obviously that the coin tube takes down the T-Rex so that Nifix has to yes-clip so they can beat her up. She's like the glowing weak point hidden in the boss's armor, and you hit like its tentacles to make the armor open up, right? But if you do that in addition, you'll be able to take her out of concentration so the scythe will die on its own.
Oh, okay.
So it is now Jeffrey? What was his
Jeremy.
name? Jeremy. Jeremy's turn. Jeremy's coming for you again, Blake. You want to roll mirror image?
Yep.
Roll to ground reason.
That is going to not hit me.
So you escape.
I escape on that one. I mean, it still makes the attack and has a, let's see. It just gets 10 plus my dexterity modifier as armor class, and if it hits, it's destroyed.
Okay, so and I still have to roll for Jeremy.
Yep, you still roll for Jeremy, and
25.
That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit, and so now the roll for it to not be me gets harder. Now I need an 8 or better.
So, yep. So Blake, instead of fighting, is doing something in the garden, something suspicious.
Yeah,
and very...
shenanigans.
He's an illusionist, and basically he's taken Jeremy on a ride here. Very interesting. And it's now Sharon's turn. Sharon and Nifix are just going ham on Cordelia. That's really the main fight. Once again, dexterity saving throw. Cordelia, Sharon used up all her blade barriers and her mazes on the real Mani, and then in the fight in the terraces, so.
Well, I crit 23.
All right, so you're going to take half, which is 4. Very good for you.
Oh, I love it. I love 4.
So Sharon has very few of her most powerful abilities left, and she's just pelting you with knives. And it's your turn again, Cordelia.
I'm conflicted on a couple of different things that I...
Do whichever one's going to do the least damage. And the least harm.
Laura's really unleashing her inner, goblin.
so
I mean,
goblin.
In my defense, I'm feeling a little ganged up on tonight, and
You taken 40 hit points from me.
Yes,
we haven't even touched you.
There's more of you than there are of me, and
No,
one of you's doing
Sharon and a T-Rex.
and one of you's doing shenanigans, and I don't know what you're up to, and that worries me.
Okay, I know what I'm doing.
What you doing?
All right, on Sharon, I'm going to cast Finger of Death
On Sharon?
on Sharon.
That's a big kid spell.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, that is one of them big ones, huh?
This is such a petty episode. I love it.
Go on. Do it. Go ahead. Go on.
Okay, I just my thing won't scroll, so I'm pulling up the
13, she fails.
She's not that constitute, huh?
As a skeleton, is she immune to any kinds of death-based magic?
Well, I hope not.
That's what I'm hoping.
61.
I'm sorry, that says 0 to me.
Yep, because she's a skeleton.
Oh, thank you, Lauren.
Wait, didn't this come up before? Where I was like, oh, so you want to use Finger of Death on the zombie?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Wrecked. Blake, it's your turn.
All right. Blake's going to cast Confusion on. I mean, if he can get Sharon and Nifix within the 10 feet, that's fine. But if not, it's Sharon.
Well, that's embarrassing. So I need to. Well, okay. So you can't hit Nifix at all. That's just not gonna be. She's no clips. So Sharon specifically, you want?
Yep.
And what's the save?
It is wisdom.
Please tell me she's wise. Is she wise? Was it a wise decision for her to come with me?
She took this job. What do you think?
You took your job. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm pretty successful at my job.
No, this is bad. 14. Nope, that's bad.
Oh, that is very unfortunate.
Okay. What happens?
Can't take reactions. Must roll a d10 at the start of its turn to determine its actions.
So I could use a legendary resistance to dispel this, but I'm going to say she used 2 against the Romani and then 1 in the terrace when Cordelia tried to hold monster on her. So she's out, is what I'm going to say. I think that feels fair, rather than her having all of her legendary resistances, so this is going to work.
Okay.
I'm just acknowledging that because I know we're going to get at least one comment. I'm extremely paranoid.
She's had a long road up to this point.
Can we cut over to King and he's just walking back home and he's like, "I'll stop the world and melt with you." Like he's just having to, like someone's
It's
handing out
getting
ice cream.
better, and I feel the difference.
Absolutely.
Like someone's handing him ice cream. Okay, cool.
Whose turn is it now?
It's about to be Nifix's because Blake just did confusion on Sharon, and that's like a full circle thing because this whole campaign started with Blake abusing confusion on all his angels, and then it didn't really come up for a while. So it's great to see it having one encore here.
If Nivix tells the T-Rex to do something, how much does it listen?
0%.
0%. 0%. So I can't go, "Hey T-Rex, just move Sharon like an inch to the right."
No, because the metaphor is like if you're playing like Skyrim and use console command to spawn in Meiru's Dagon and he just starts going ham on all the civilians. It's not like something you directly control.
Yeah, that was my query mainly because like I know it can't. It's not attacking me and Sharon, so.
Also, I realize Meiru's Dagon is from Oblivion, not Skyrim. God, please don't be mean
God,
to me.
you fucking nerd.
I can tell you're mad. Please don't be mad.
Austin,
Yeah.
do I have to yes clip to Bloodbend?
Yeah, you cannot do anything when you're no clipped. You are the boss's glowing weak point hiding behind the armor here.
Okay, for now, I'm going to continue going on Cordelia with the Arcane Scythe. So, let's get another attack in. Nice easy combat for me today. 16, does that hit?
Yeah.
22 more damage.
Whew.
How are you doing, Cordelia?
Oh, I'm sure you would love to know.
Yeah, I would love to know how you doing.
I don't know. We'll find out eventually, right?
I'm doing pretty well, though. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Jeremy, let's check Blake's health. Actually, Blake, you want to roll for mirror image here?
I would love to roll for
Roll
mirror
for
image.
ground raisin.
And it's going to attack a mirror image.
Again, man, this T-Rex has been more bamboozled than anyone in history. 29 definitely crushes.
It's definitely going to crush it, though. And there are still 2 Blakes in the field.
And now Sharon rolls for confusion. That's a D10. 10.
It can act and move normally.
Yep, so Sharon is goods. She's going to, let's see here. I think she's going to shoot some daggers at the Blake clones because she sees the T-Rex is having a hard time. So roll for clones.
Succeeds.
My word.
That was a real good use of the spell slot, comrade. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, that doesn't always happen, does it?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that the things I used that didn't work didn't take spell slots, at least.
That's good, too. Yes.
Yeah, so that one's going to take 4 damage, which destroys it as knives erupt out of the ground around it.
Okay, then it's just Blake.
And it's just Blake, and then there was one. We're back to Cordelia.
I'm gonna do Cone Cold on the T-Rex.
He's cold-blooded, though. Maybe.
I feel like you should not get disadvantage for that.
I accidentally hit twice. Oh god, no, my knife! I've created a situation
Why have you got your knife out?
My knife fell.
Because the knife says the T-Rex is cold-blooded, so it should be disadvantage. Because that's how lizards work, right? Somebody who knows about lizards agree with me?
I mean, they would not do well under cold conditions. That's true. They do not produce.
And he gets a whole
their
cone
more.
all by himself.
The book doesn't say that cold is good against them, so...
When you think about it, aren't all of us bad against magically shot out cold? Shouldn't all of us have disadvantage on cold to cold checks?
I was recently playing Persona, and some things are weak against bullet damage, and I feel like everything should be weak against that.
I know where you live. Chris, you know you're resistant to cold.
No, I'm not. I hate this state.
33.
All right, so 16. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
Yeah, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Blake, your turn.
I have a very difficult decision I need to make here. This is
Is it the decision whether you should just walk away?
Oh my
That's
god.
an easy one.
Lord Humongous has entered the chat.
Jesus fucking Christ. Every turn.
all right. Well, if she's going cold, I'll go hot and toss a fireball at that T-Rex.
I watched an episode of Pokemon when they did that. They made it really cold and then they shot like water at it and then it like exploded the armor. So I think it's
That
double
happens
damage.
to glass. I've done that before. You take a glass baking pan out of the oven, try to rinse it out, boom, broken.
I do like this idea that the players are now getting a taste of what I go through when they fight my NPCs, where they try to argue every little tiny thing.
Austin, I would like to run up the creature's arm and cut its eye out. Is that just a regular attack with advantage?
Fireball, I rolled 15, which is not good enough.
It is not good enough, and so, but I'm just casting it at its normal spell slot level, so it's, what is it? Oh, only 24.
Oof. All right, Jeremy's about half health. It looks like he's pretty scuffed up. But Nifix, is your turn.
Cordelia, big blades coming your way again.
Okay.
26, I'm guessing that hits.
Oh yeah, it hits.
Yeah, cool.
Lauren, have you accounted for your super AC?
Chris, I love you so much, you beautiful bastard.
14 more.
Okay, well I'm out.
You're out.
Peace.
Oh dear.
I feel like Nifix is not aiming here to kill Cordelia. That is very much not the aim. I think that this is trying to maybe hit her with the pole bit of the scythe to just sort of knock her unconscious and get her out of the fight with no health.
Okay, so this isn't lethal.
This is intended to be non-lethal.
Okay.
Okay.
To incapacitate you from the fight, but to not permanently murder you.
I mean, you could even spin that as a deliberate technique where it's like spinning in such a way and she's accounting for the blade and it suddenly reverses and comes the opposite way against her guard and just thwacks her upside the head.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
So Jeremy's still coming for Blake. 12, come on! He finally doesn't have any mirror clones. What the fuck? Useless fucking lizard.
He's so used to not getting anything, he's just giving it up at this point.
He's having a hard time because his arms are too small.
It's self-fulfilling, you know?
He can't
doesn't
reach.
want it anymore.
He's trying to grab the ground raisin, but he's got no goddamn arms.
That T-Rex got complacent.
That T-Rex missed. That's just what happened.
How do you miss with a +10 modifier?
Well, by rolling a 2.
He's stupid.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And he has no arms.
He's got no arms. Why didn't I summon in a creature with arms?
Somebody give him a straw.
It's Sharon's turn, and she's gonna shower Blake in knives. Dexterity saving throw.
Has she moved out of the range of confusion?
Oh, I didn't make her do a wisdom to get out of the last one. 18.
That will succeed.
All right, so Sharon is no longer confused, and she rains knives on you.
You sure you wouldn't prefer, like,
Every time.
yeah.
Is that the episode title? Are you sure you wouldn't prefer to give me advantage?
Oh my god.
That's going to be a 9. I'm going to take that.
You're going to take 10 damage as you are hit by a hail of knives, and it is Cordelia's turn. You're unconscious. So do you want to maybe have add some flourish to you getting knocked out with some poignant words or something?
I'm trying to think of something fun Cordelia would say. But I think she'd just be like, bitch.
I held your hair.
How could you betray me? I've never done anything bad ever.
I've never done anything wrong in my life. Blake, it's your turn.
Can we cut over? Can I roll to see how delicious the ice cream is?
Yeah, bud.
What's your ice cream modifier?
Oh, it's not that good at all. It spilled. It fell on the floor.
Oh no.
Can I get a new ice cream?
What's that not good ice cream brand?
Rum raisin.
No, that's a flavor, not a brand. Blue, is it blue?
Blue rabbit.
Is it Blue Rabbit?
Isn't that Bluebell?
Bluebell. What's up with their texture?
I don't know. It's grainy.
It's
Yeah,
weird, right?
It is weird. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm glad we
Blake,
confirmed
sorry to take so long. So Blake's going to cast mirror image again.
Oh yeah, no. Of course you are. It's the smart choice.
Well, yeah, no, it was a question of how many turns do I think I need, and I'm going to need more than this one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't been keeping track. Arcane Sword does run out after, I think, 60 turns. We might be getting there soon. Nifix, is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna send that scythe at one of the Blake clones.
okay, now I roll a d20. You have selected a Blake clone,
Yeah, that's fair. At least it's one down.
and roll the attack as normal.
Oh, do I still have to roll it to see if it
Yeah, you
hits
still have to
them?
roll the attack. See if it
Okay.
hits.
Okay.
You sound like you bought one. Like, take your Blake clone home today.
Does 14 hit a clone?
That does hit the Blake clone.
Cool.
So-
Blake clone is so hard to say.
Blake clone?
Blake clone.
I also am going to send the
Gonna send the T-Rex at one? Yep. Okay. That's also hitting a Blake clone.
All right, so... Oh, 29. Jeremy also hits a Blake clone.
That's gonna take that one out.
Oh, man. So you're getting your mileage out of those. And then, of course, Sharon with the knives. You know this song and dance.
Mm-hmm. It is targeting a Blake clone.
Oh, hey, did that mirror image help as much as you hoped it would?
No. Well, I'm not dead, so
Yeah, but
I
you
would have
are-
been dead.
You
I
are
would have been
exactly
dead.
where you were a turn ago, except a spell slot down.
Oh my god.
Not a particularly good spell slot down.
Blake, can you roll performance for me to make this really fucking cool looking, this thing you're doing?
I would love to use performance to try and make this look really fucking cool. I wish I had bonuses in performance. But 17.
You should get advantage because I'm dreaming about you. Cordelia, while knocked out. is
The
like,
version
oh,
of Blake
no.
in your dream makes it look real stylish.
Oh, and to be frank, 0 performance for Blake totally makes sense. 17.
Okay, 17 is actually really good. I want it on the record that Blake using his clones to fight the Lady of Pain, Nifix, and a T-Rex simultaneously is the most fucking gangster shit anyone has ever seen in this show.
I'm giving you some shit, comrade, but, like, honestly, you're soloing these 3 and staying alive, and I'm impressed. Like, it's... Oh yeah, there needs to be cool fucking badass fan art of this shit that makes you look like the hero.
If I'd had my druthers, one of you would have hit me. I'd still have one out there.
But it is Blake's turn, so...
Fuck.
Do you have another mirror image left?
Well, yeah, I could use that. I could do that spell still a fair bit, but instead, Blake's gonna fly.
All right, so I guess T-Rex just gets to chill out, just have a cool nap.
How high is Blake flying?
High enough.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. T-Rex definitely is going to go try to eat Cordelia's body.
Oh
I think this is actually the interesting point. Okay, we all love D&D combat, you know, how long it stretches on, how much math there is. I think the end of this might be the most interesting thing, where Nifix, you have to decide if you're going to let the T-Rex eat Cordelia's unconscious body.
Okay, Nifix is... I have to yes clip to call off the...
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Is that right, DM? I have to yes clip to dispel the T-Rex.
Yes, you can't do anything while you're no-clipped except for like psychically control the scythe, but you can put it in between Cordelia and Jeremy if you just want to use the scythe. I mean, that's kind of a cool move.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I like that as an option. I'm gonna try and use the scythe to fend off Jeremy in order to prevent it going after Cordelia.
Cool solution.
So this might be the end of combat if it's clear that Nifix can take out Blake and he's just buying time. If you want to, Blake, go over and like wake up Cordelia and we settle this non-violent because the outcome seems clear unless you want to keep fighting.
Blake's gonna go, fly down and grab Cordelia if there's nothing coming his way. And he's gonna pick her up at this time around and float around.
In my dreams, I'm going, wee.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah, sure. That's a 10 DC. You gotta beat 10 on medicine.
Okay.
Well, remember, you roll with advantage because you like her a lot.
Oh God, why? Why does Blake do medicine? Why does Blake ever try to do medicine?
Did you give me a black eye or something?
Why does Blake ever try to do medicine?
So that's a botch on medicine.
That is a botch on medicine.
You friggin' goobers.
This is how you wake up snakes, right? Punch him in the face.
All right, so I think at this point, Sharon and the Scythe are protecting the unconscious Cordelia from the T-Rex. Blake's trying to wake her up, but it's not working. We go all the way back around to Nifix again. Nifix, what do? You're seeing this.
Yeah, Nifix turns to Blake and goes, "This is it. I'm buying you both a second, but I need to do this, and you are not strong enough to stop me. Just go."
Give me a minute. I'm just not sure I'm strong enough to carry her out of here.
Bleh, I'm passed out.
He is literally buying time. It's not like...
Yeah, I mean, this sounds like you're trying to convince Nifix to, like, yes clip and send away the T-Rex or something. It's like,
yeah.
And then it's up to Nifix if she trusts you.
So I feel like we've sort of dismissed turn order a little bit here. So if we're going out of that for a second,
Yep.
yeah, Nifix will yes clip and dismiss the T-Rex.
And Blake's gonna cast Finger of Death.
Yeah, of course you are.
Oh man, all-time anime betrayals. Top 10 anime betrayals.
No, I knew it was gonna come.
Constitution saving throw.
Actually, what level of spell is that?
Oh, counterspell time.
10 plus the... Okay, so I'd have to pass a 17, using my spellcasting ability, so I'd be a d20 plus 10 to beat a 17.
It would be your modifier, not... So, do you have a...
Oh, not my bonus.
What's your charisma bonus?
Plus 5.
You don't add proficiency, so it'd just be plus 5.
Yeah. Okay, well, fuck it. I'm gonna give it a chance anyway. Let's attempt to counterspell that. 19! That's high enough to counterspell your Finger of Death.
I'm not too proud to say I was fully puckered during that entire part.
Oh!
Holy shit. Brutal. That's such a cool like showdown, like a cowboy duel at high noon in the garden.
I'm so glad I brought up all the tabs for everything my character can do before this fight, which I never do.
Can this just be a full Dragon Ball, two people like pushing an energy blast back and forth?
Yeah, and it's just creeping slowly back towards Blake.
Oh, Blake doesn't have the energy for that. That's not what this was about.
Yeah, Nifix reclips and sends the scythe straight at Blake.
Well, Blake's back is turned. He doesn't even see it coming. So...
Oh, was this the you cast Finger of Death and just like, no, I'm ready to walk away, I'm done?
Well, yeah, he was done.
Yeah.
And that makes this even better.
Yeah, so Blake tries to pick up Cordelia and like drag her out of the garden after his very treacherous Finger of Death was countered, and the scythe comes whistling through the air and slashes him across the back, and he falls to his knees. He's not knocked unconscious, but very, very badly damaged, and he's like holding Cordelia in a La Pieta pose, right, for maximum classic drama. And Nifix, you're like menacingly standing in front of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and all the rivers are swirling around you, and you just look like totally badass right now.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh, so good, Conrad. I had to unmute to
I mean, I get to get back to living my life. I'm gonna make a change to this world. I did something. I'm proud that you couldn't stop me. After so long being in this team and feeling inadequate, you couldn't stop me.
I wasn't trying to stop you.
No? What were you trying to do?
So what do you think, people? Will you lend her your strength?
It sounds like you're doing a Dragon Ball Z spirit bomb. Am I gonna look up and there's a giant energy sphere above me about to crush down?
Go Super Saiyan. Sometimes if you just yell at Austin long enough, he lets you do it.
Well, yeah. So a glowing bits of energy, of light, start punctuating the void surrounding the battle, and work in like tendrils from everywhere and nowhere to Cordelia's body. Just one, and then another, and then another, until there are thousands, uncountable numbers, filling the room with individual strands of light.
Laura, last season I missed the opportunity to have my villain say "Nani," but you have the chance
Nani?
now to succeed where I failed.
Is that a good enough nani for you?
I mean, it was pretty dang good.
That was really
So
good.
yeah, so this is the souls from the stock exchange?
Oh no!
No?
Oh no.
Oh no! They're your viewers, Nifix. They've seen what you've become.
Oh, no.
Oh no, that's sad.
So earlier in the fight, Blake used mirror image to make a bunch of copies of himself and then rolled sleight of hand
Yeah.
to have one of them turn on your streaming equipment so that all your millions and millions and millions of streaming viewers, your loyal fans who love watching you go on crime sprees, saw this badass anime fight in the Garden of Eden. And they saw Blake do this cool shit, and they saw Cordelia tragically get struck down, and then Blake try to drag her body out, and it was such a sweet romantic moment, and they were losing it in chat. There was all these emojis, just like, you know, type F for Cordelia, and now he's asking for their assistance. And to them, I mean, they're not thinking about the morality of it. They just want to see what happens.
That is a pretty fucking cool idea. Well done, Conrad and Lauren.
Thank you.
Oh, it's just
Okay,
Conrad.
well fucking done, Conrad.
I just came in and fucked it all
This
up.
being said, for the morality shit going on, I am very glad that they saw me not just straight up murder Cordelia.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the murder of Cordelia, that I stepped in, and that was not broadcast out to the world.
I mean, if Cordelia had to like die, getting eaten by a T-Rex is pretty cool.
Oh, it would have been pretty fucking metal.
Yeah, like I could live with that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I want to be clear. It's not that Nifix's audience turned on you. It's that Blake.
No, not at all.
Blake used your huge following to get Cordelia some hype. It's like, I'm sure there are wrestling terms, Chris, if you want to jump in.
Oh, heat. No, I'm using her to
yeah,
build heat.
yeah. No, I get you. Now I understand what is happening. I'm very into this.
Because the believers are winning the war, and something about Planescape is whatever people believe to be true becomes true. I think at this point, with, 10 million followers all praying for her, cheering for her, but, what are
Praying for her.
What are prayers but cheering for gods?
What are prayers if not poggers in chat?
So you're basically like, if I can't win this fight, at least we can turn Cordelia into a god.
That's it. That was the plan.
Nifix is really, really happy for Cordelia, actually.
Oh, that's so nice.
I mean,
That's so
like,
cute.
as much as it may not seem like it, she doesn't want any harm to Cordelia to come to her. She wants Cordelia to get her dreams to happen,
All my violent, gory dreams. Well, those are the ones of Blake at the library.
Well, Cordelia held Nifix's hair when she was sick. Nifix does remember.
Lauren, do you want to add something to the visualization of you ascending to become a god? Because off screen right now, the believers are winning the war, and you suddenly have 10 million new worshippers, and so you ascend to godhood. You have become the god of murder.
I feel like I don't want to be offensive.
That's a great way to start a sentence. Keep
I
going.
was so close to Easter.
Oh my god, I can't believe what's happening here theologically. It's so fucking blasphemous.
If you think about it, are you on T
A
with
snake Jesus resurrecting in the Garden of Eden. Oh, God.
what if I T pose? What
Yes, yes,
shape
yes.
am I?
Well, first of all, you're T-posing as you're resurrected in the Garden of Eden.
That's why I'm rising as a snake cross.
But also, the way this is going to turn out is the god is going to leave the Garden of Eden while the mortal remains. It's like a complete reversal.
Bye, bitch. They float away glowing.
So Cordelia ascends. I mean, if you guys want to talk about this new thing, suddenly Cordelia is wreathed in light, T-posing gloriously. I think at this point, Kato also finally gets up here.
It's like Donald Glover coming back to the apartment in that episode of Community.
Jesus.
Remember that each round is only 6 seconds, so that what seemed like a protracted fight was literally like 30 seconds for him. But he runs up here, sees Cordelia in the sky, and is like, oh, what in tarnation?
Oh, this is mighty blasphemy.
Kneel before your new god.
Hey, Kato. My streams finally did something good for the Furies. She's gonna be a god. You might want to get out of here. I'm gonna rip this place out of reality.
So at this point, Cordelia, you now have godlike powers. You have, in fact, powers to start and end wars on a whim. You don't need Nifix anymore.
Oh, yeet.
I don't think you yeet.
Can I get her out of here faster?
You did want to empower a group of killers to save the world.
Yeah. Although I am quite famous for my poor judgment of character, am I not?
Hey, Kato, I'm a god now. Is that cool?
Hey,
Or
Kato,
what?
poor judge of character. You can say that again.
I think he's just standing like open-mouthed at the top of the stairs trying to take this in, and after a while he stops trying and just kind of shuffles on over to Sharon, who takes her mask off, and they hug, and he says, Sharon, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm glad to see you okay. What happened to your eye?
Do you guys want to take Rocket to space with Nifix, or do you want to come with us?
Sharon says, well, honey, I'm a wanted fugitive now because I've been Lady of Pain killing people for many years, and also the real Monty want me, so There's nothing for me here now.
Also, your identity as the Lady of Pain just got live streamed, so...
Yeah. Okay.
And your whole soul exchange is about to crumble, Kato, and I gotta level with you.
It's not gonna go well.
You've not done a great job stewarding this world. Maybe
Brutal.
this one, the new one, you know, fresh start.
Yeah, at times like these, stockbrokers usually have a solution to a plummeting market, which is to take the long way off the top of the building, if you catch my drift.
Well, I mean, I need someone to manage my social media, you know.
Who will you'll have to challenge somebody.
No, I'm giving you a hard time. It's been a long, however long we've been doing this. Fine. Come on over.
Yeah, the cracks are getting very bad, and this building is going to crumble and kill everybody unless Nifix yeets it out of existence. So Kato says, Blake, I delivered your letter to, well, I guess it would be in Lloyd's hand right now, but maybe this didn't turn out the way you wanted. I did take a little peek inside.
No. Everybody's, as far as I'm aware, everybody out there, you know, Erdrick Frink could die at any moment.
I suppose that's true. You could even say as this building collapses, there's a golden opportunity to say farewell to our good friend Erdrick Frint.
Sure does.
Oh, Erdrick, how I will miss you.
Sharon says to Cordelia, sorry about trying to kill you, honey. Like I said, I think you're a barrel of laughs, but, you know, sometimes these things happen.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I get it. I tried to kill you also. That was probably not cool, so sorry about that.
Sorry I was the sucky part of Team Murder, and, yeah, sorry about all that. I just wanted to play video games, I'm sorry.
I don't want to apologize for who I am because it's who I am, but I do feel bad that who I am was imposed upon you against your wishes, so that sucks.
I mean, we would have faked the death. Just saying. You know.
And lose all those subscribers, Blake? Come on, use your head.
Yeah, you don't build up a second channel from nothing and get back up to 10 million.
Sharon says, I don't really know who you are, white man, but you seem to do well by Cordelia, so keep a hold on this one, Cordelia. He seems good for you.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
really
I
not
would be
like
dead.
you're just roommates.
I see.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Say no more.
Oh, no.
Nope. The building's coming down. There's no time to clarify.
Okay.
If you've taken Blake, I'm yeeting this place. Grab Blake so I can yeet.
Okay, so I think
I'm gonna officer and a gentleman him. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to.
I think Blake wanted to fake his death, though.
Yeah, that was. Well, I'll just leave behind another Erdrick.
Oh my God! Yeah. Okay, so I think at some point, obviously during this conversation, Blake, you turn off the camera so you don't. Your insurance fraud plan doesn't get revealed.
Well, it's not insurance fraud. It was
estate fraud.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Thank you. It is estate fraud.
And then you turn it back on as you all say goodbye, and you leave like an illusion Blake behind, who doesn't quite make it out in time.
Yeah.
I want to paint a picture for how the plane of purgatory gets yeeted out of existence. If you've ever watched Wind Waker speedruns where players spin round in circles over and over and over near the coast, and then when they eventually let go, it just propels them across the ocean without a boat. It's that. The plane just, like, it spins and spins, and then it just sort of discus fires.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I love it so much. That's so ridiculous.
So Nifix yeets Purgatory out of existence, and her, Sharon, and Kato get to live out their days in their own private plane, while Nifix streams games back to the main universe to her
That's fucking sweet.
rapidly expanding fan base. Just an unreasonable amount.
I mean, like, if you want to have an online fan base, the most important thing is a unique selling point, and they don't come much more unique than I'm the only person in a separate plane of reality streaming.
Also, you're the person who put a hole in the city of Sigil.
Yeah, that...
Because
Yeah.
that building is gone now.
Yeah, that too. I did a lot of shit.
So Sigil's like a giant ring, and now there's just a bite taken out of it where you yeeted it out. I keep saying yeeted. I bet that's annoying some people. Sorry.
Yote.
I was trying to combine purgatory and yeet, and all I can come up with is PurgYEETory, and I don't think it works.
I'm sorry. PurgYEETory is absolutely the finale name.
PurgYEETory! Yay. I was about to send it in the chat and be like, is this a thing? Is
this anything? Is this a thing?
That's what I was gonna say. Is this anything?
King Badass.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, we have him on the call. I'm so honored to be here with you today.
Oh, I'm honored to be here with you. What's your name?
Austin Yorsky.
Austin Dorksky, got it.
Yep, good enough. What did you do after the famous yeeting of purgatory?
Oh, well, that's quite a story. I guess we'll have to go back quite some time, though. It was a week ago.
So I want to establish the start of it is King goes to Lloyd. This is like the on the walk home. He goes straight to Lloyd and he's gonna say like,
Hey, Lloyd, I'm having dinner with all of my children and friends. You should come by. Oh, also, I have this. I think it's from Blake. Could you make sure it gets handled? I still owe him a favor.
Yeah, and Lloyd opens the envelope, looks inside, and sees that it is Blake's attempt to leave Erdrick Frint's estate, Erdrick Frint, his alias, his entire estate and assets to King's efforts to help the children of Sigil. So basically all the money he made murdering for Failsafe is all going to the organization. Does it have a name, King? Is it just your restaurant? Is there like a youth center attached? Is there a brand?
I imagine it's like Professor X's school, but with a restaurant attached.
Okay.
Like a really sweet restaurant. I actually have a detail about it. So like normally, I mean, anytime a kid off the street wants a meal, it's always, completely on the house. But there's one, and it's also just a very good restaurant beyond that. And any of the kids that ever express an interest in cooking can help work there. But there's one day of the year where the restaurant closes down to the public, and King and all of his family share a dish, one that spends him quite a few years getting to work. And it's a soup that some people claim when you look into it, it looks as though you're staring into the astral sea itself. And he calls it Babel soup. And he has it every year on the day that Babel died.
God damn it, Chris.
Fucking stealing the scenes
That's
over
so
and over.
touching.
Stop being so good at telling stories, Chris. You're showing us up.
But yeah, so Blake funds the many beginning years of this enterprise by giving all of his money to basically to King's foundation, and also faking his death so to take off any heat he accrued doing this stuff.
It is also worth noting, lizard folk are not a long-lived race. They only live to 60 years at most. So I would probably say 20 years later, King is in the hospital.
Oh my god.
He's not doing very well.
Oh my god.
But he shares a moment with Lloyd where he's just going to say,
Hey, I really have to thank you, I couldn't ask for a better brother.
Even though I'm the god of identity and I wield power over the lives of many worshippers and nations rise and fall at my hand, I'll never be half the man that you were. I try to live up to the example you set every day.
You were always kind of the taller one. Besides, you were number 1.
Yes, but we both know 2 is more than 1.
Oh, right. I guess you're right.
And as the scene closes on King's story, it's just a shot of his hand and Lloyd holding his hand. And it's followed then by a young girl with green painted fingernails. And then a rainbow of different colored slotty putting their hands on top of his. And then a large hand that looks as though it has the power of the Titans in it resting on top.
They have to get an extra big hospital room to fit in like 40 fucking people for this.
Exactly.
Or is it like they're walking by and giving you like a high five?
They have to get a crane to lower Abraham down from the ceiling.
He's reaching in from out the window.
Oh, we couldn't just let it be sad. We had to be weird about it. So who wants to follow that?
I will.
Blame Austin. He called on me first.
That's true. You hadn't spoken in a while. We probably should go to Cordelia because she's gonna save Morrow and Callie.
Yes. So first the action is God's, yes.
Yeah, so we should set up, obviously, your lair becomes your temple, your Vatican.
Yes. I get to go, I sneak in there in the middle of the night and eat the snacks people leave for me. That's a thing people do. And because I'm a god and they're leaving me snacks, I'm gonna eat them. I'm getting all the good mice snacks.
I know. It's also great, though, because your worshippers are definitely, like, the most unpleasant people of society. A lot of murderers, a lot of scallywags, but they're all just coming to leave you fruit gummies.
Like Hitman and Mercenaries.
Yeah.
They're like, fruit gummy.
Okay, so do you have, like, a throne now inside the hideout? Paint us this picture.
I'm thinking it's like one of those, you know what a fainting couch is, right? A Victorian fainting couch.
I'm aware, yes.
Yeah, it's one of those, but it's like made out of something cool. Like
Skin.
Diamonds.
Oh, okay, sorry. I went a different direction.
I mean, skin is kind of cool. Skin and diamonds. The cushions are people. The frame is diamonds.
That's extremely Cordelia.
Yeah, but first I go to Yggdrasil.
Morrow is there as a representative of the Ratatasks. Calliope's there as a representative of the Nidhogg's, invited, obviously, at your very powerful command.
Hey, why you guys keep fighting?
They're killing the tree!
Hey, why are you killing the tree?
Nifix said we should, and she blew the horn.
Why you don't get to listen to everything Nifix tells you to do, you know?
Let me add a detail here, which is that Calliope, when she enters your lair, is no longer gnome-shaped. I think now she is human-shaped because she ended up getting closer to Blake by the end of this campaign.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, I mean, that was a thing, but pretty early in the campaign.
Fair, but yeah, I want to acknowledge that now because then she responds, she says,
Yeah, Nifix really didn't tell us her whole plan, and I guess we caused more problems than I thought.
oh, like what?
The squirrels.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, how about you guys stop eating tree, right? Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now, you have to stop eating the tree. It's where my temple is, so stop it. Please.
Well, you are a god, so...
Yes, so you have to listen to me. That is how it works. And Morrow.
yes!
I love you very much, my sweet baby boy.
Oh no, you're regressing to Sasha.
No, I'm not. Maybe you'll have to expand your mind, right? Learn to live with the Nidhogg's. You guys can work together. Think about it. They need to eat tree, you protect tree. You work together so that they only eat the amount of tree that is safe for the tree. It's not that hard.
Well, I mean, you're a god. You can, make it so that the Nidhogg's can eat other things. You have godly powers.
Oh, that's true. But what does the Jesus says help yourself? I don't know. Well, I'm not Jesus, so
That is famously misattributed to Jesus. He did not say that.
But that does open up
that.
the opportunity to just have the Nidhogg's be able to eat something else.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Cordelia,
What-
you're a god now. You make the rules. You tell me what happens.
It's true. I gotta think big. Okay, so what do we have a lot of that we could do with less of?
Which, this is very God of Murder thinking right now. I like it.
Also, considering you can now make the rules, give yourself advantage on everything, like we said earlier.
Yeah, no, I have advantage on everything. Life is beautiful. I was like, they should eat cops.
Nidhogg's can only survive on Yggdrasil and cops.
People are gonna be so mad, but I feel like I'm the god of murder. That makes sense. I don't like cops. They put people in jail for murder.
I think it's very funny that you start there and then later, like, Camilla comes along and she's like, as the god of safety, I do want to just add a couple of things in here. Let me just scoot past you and make this less problematic. But yeah, that's how it starts at least.
Yay! Getting things done as a god.
Anything else you do as a god? So you have carte blanche. Everybody literally in their scenes, as you saw Chris do, can just paint any picture you want, but you especially have no limits. That's what you get for picking the believers.
Well, Cordelia is going to be a very hands-on god. Literally. In her free time, it's going to be like work, but as I've been watching a lot of Letterkenny, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Oh, that show's so good.
Not from Leonard Kenny, but fine.
I know it's not from that, but they say it a lot. It's in my head a lot lately.
Okay.
So she's gonna be chilling with Gustav and Lynette in her free time. But she's also gonna take a very active hand in her believers' doings. So one of the things I was thinking is if someone does a murder, right? And they just really bork it up. Just like evidence everywhere. If they're a follower of Cordelia and they pray to her, I'll come and I'll touch everything.
Oh, Nifix could have really done with that.
I'll clean up I'll pour bleach on everything and I'll wipe fingerprints and then I put my fingerprints on and they'll be like, these match nobody, who could it be?
Why was there no god of murder when Nifix was struggling with murders?
Instead of having a Bible, Cordelia's just like, watch every episode of Forensic Files.
Literally, yeah. Also, I would offer I would give my followers after they've done a killing, like a high, like a sense of euphoria, rather than oh god, what have I just done? Plus, because then they'll want to keep doing more murders, and more murders is good for me, the god of murder.
Yep, that is how it works.
And I had another idea, and I just forgot it, because... Oh, if people are like, I don't know, should I do a murder? Maybe I'll show up and be like, do it.
Do it.
Just come over, and whisper, do the murder. And then obviously I'll be doing my own killings. I feel like I'd want to be doing a lot of the high profile stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So big time killings, I'm going to get in and on there. But yeah, so that's just kind of the same as it was before, but I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, so, King's whole thing with siding with the Aethar and then maybe taking over the Believers and then nope, actually going to go make a family was, it resulted in Abraham establishing, I think Chris called them the God Punchers, which I guess has to be in our universe now. Mm-hmm. Which is a part of the Believers of the Source, which polices gods who abuse their power. And so I imagine you get a lot of house calls from Abraham showing up and he's like, Cordelia, you're over your monthly quota. Stop it.
Well, who are you to say what is my quota?
I'm the guy who could punch you in half.
But it's summer. They get so excited in the summer.
If you want to raise the cap on your quota, you have to apply.
Did you bring the paperwork?
Oh, you know I got the paperwork.
Okay, can I do it now and send it with you?
Yep, here it goes. Let me back up the truck. Beep, beep.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Gustav! Bring the pens!
Laura, if you want to add any Lynette stuff here, feel free.
I think Lynette's just really, really proud of Cordelia for sticking to her guns and achieving. I recognize that for the last couple of arcs where Lynette has been a player character with the party, she's been doing a lot of oh God, honey, what are you doing? There's been a lot of that. I think now she's just she's Cordelia's biggest supporter now. She's like, yep, work it, you're slaying, you're doing great, go you.
Do you think maybe I should go find Blake? He loves paperwork.
Yeah, Blake, what do you do after the event that goes down in history as the yeeting of Purgatory?
The PurgYEETory.
I think Blake's epilogue scene would just be, it would start on the back of his head, and he's wearing a fishing tackle cap, and you just see the scar underneath, the very bottom of it, as the camera pulls back very, very slowly, and you can see, he's out on like a lake or a large body of water, standing in a boat, and he keeps pulling back, and the sun is setting in the distance. He's looking at it, pulling back, and then he kneels down and pulls a large something, seems like a sack, tosses it over the side.
Some primo disposing of evidence.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a classic Conrad move, honestly. I'm so jealous of Conrad's ability to confidently just do what he sets out to do and then just walk away. We'll probably end with Nifix. Well, we'll see. Nifix, what about you?
I think the most notable thing for Nifix is she continues streaming. But over time, people notice that the games she's choosing to stream, she's kind of changing her genres a bit. The more time goes on, she's playing fewer and fewer games about, combat and fighting, and particularly fewer that involve killing or violence, and she's sort of trending more towards non-violent games. And I don't think Nifix even realizes for a while that that's a thing she's doing. It just sort of very gradually happens, but I think somewhere in her, it's still playing on her that she never really wanted to get here the way she did. She does a lot of trying to keep an eye on how the new world is doing, and particularly initially just making sure that Cordelia, the new god, doesn't just turn around and undo everything Nifix tried to achieve. Doesn't just go, oh no, the tree's back to health, the reality's working again as it was, it's all cool, it's chill.
No, the Yggdrasil is outside the power of the gods. Famously, Odin had to hang himself from it to even leverage some of its power. It's a whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, you could put wood back on there for the Nidhogg's to, not starve, and
well, they can eat
stuff.
cops now.
Yeah, and they can eat cops now.
I guess
But,
I should say there's like a scene somewhere in here of Matilda like dusting her hands off and walking away from the Heartwood. That next season is all about the fallout from that decision.
Yeah.
That cannot be undone. And Matilda just rides off into the sunset.
As much as the player was confident in that, I think Nifix doesn't exactly know what Cordelia becoming a god, what powers that gives her. So there was at least a few weeks of, let's just double check that this wasn't undone.
Or what have I done? That's.
I think a lot of the changes that Nifix has brought around to the world are probably not going to play out fully in the time she's going to get to see in her lifetime.
Oh no!
But I think Nifix is pretty confident that what she did is going to benefit the world in the long run. I think it's the individual murders of named people that she had to look in the face while she killed. Those are the people that are weighing on her conscience still, and that just never quite go away from her. Like, as much as she gave that whole big high and mighty speech of, you know, I'm not as bad as the serial killer and the hitman, she feels as bad as them. Like, it's just a thing that sticks with her. I think she does, however, try and help the Furies she left behind. Most notably for King and his charitable organization. I think Nifix leverages her very big online following to try and do a charity stream to try and raise some funds for King.
Aww.
Because
That's so good.
I mean, all she wanted to get back to was doing streaming, and now that she has that back, she wants to try and do good stuff with that isn't quite so.
Well, you don't need money in your own little universe, right?
Well, that's it. There is no economy there. The least she can do is try and help
Oh my god.
King and co.
Nifix escaped capitalism.
Nifix did escape
Oh
capitalism.
my god.
Yeah.
Remember in season 4 when the villain's plan was basically Cambridge Analytica, but before that scandal broke, and then it broke, and it was like awkward because it seemed like I had willed it into existence. Anyway, so this season was about how there's a terrible destabilization of the economy coming, and rich people knew about it beforehand, but instead of trying to stop it, they sold all their stock. Anyway, I'm sorry, is what I'm saying.
Well, next season's going to be better, right?
Next season's post-apocalyptic season. I'm sorry. I've doomed us.
So Nifix, having escaped capitalism, does try and at least raise some funds for King and his charitable organization. Not so much for Cordelia and Blake, because Blake is off the radar and Cordelia's a god. Feels like they don't need a big public live-streamed event to help them.
No, I'm good, but thank you.
Yeah, there will be negative consequences of Nifix's choice, but not within her lifetime. And there was always going to be negative consequences. The gods coming back has positive and negatives. Conduits going away had positives and negatives. We didn't go that route, but that would have been the same.
Yeah.
And getting rid of alignments in the soul economy is going to have positive and negatives. And season 7 was going to be about whatever those are. So,
I'll just drop in a single line to say I think Nifix and Sharon probably end up getting together.
How does Kato feel about that?
He is the only he's the only single person in this entire reality.
Is he not ever horny? Is this like your fucking Mary Sue?
this is Austin's self-insert. He's never horny. He's just floating in his own private universe, just reading ancient scrolls.
Well, I was just going to mention that Balthazar is a professor at my school. He has one of those tweed jackets with the patches on the elbows. He really grows up.
But does he still talk like Snow?
Yeah.
That's great.
There's a montage of all the minor NPCs. We see Scarmiglione fishing.
Can it be set to like a Steve Earle song, like a season of The Wire?
It can't be set to anything copyrighted.
All right, well, guys, while you're listening to this, just play "Feel All Right Tonight" by Steve Earle.
Can Scar get a vehicle? Can he have a car? And on the side, it's painted and it says Carmiglione.
Just for you, Lauren.
Thank you.
We see Jessica, I think, getting out of her depression and maybe starting some kind of new.
Back?
I'm sorry.
She's getting her groove back.
Yeah, she's finding a more healthy coping mechanism now. She's getting back out into the world, getting a nice makeover, just being a hot bug on the town.
Good for her.
Anastasia was a member of the Believers, so she becomes a god. What is Anastasia the god of? I was thinking parties or being
Sweatpants.
cool. What do you guys think?
Athleisure.
The god of athleisure. It's pretty funny. Her temple is Buffalo Wild Wings.
Everybody, all the servers wear sweatpants.
Absolutely insufferable. We talked about Abraham goes on to head up the God Punchers, which is the part of the believers that makes sure gods don't abuse their authority. Although we'll find out how that develops next season. Let me tell you, it's hard to keep that going for thousands of years.
But he does it. Spoilers. Everything's okay next season.
Camilla and Dido move to their farm, and they just have a cool menagerie of animals, and they kick it.
What kind of animals? Are they all sheeps and goats?
Is it weird if you're a sheep person to have a sheep animal?
That's why I was asking.
It'd be kind of like a human owning a monkey, right?
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Well, like, there's Pluto and Goofy is a thing.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Joey and Chandler had a monkey. Are you saying they were wrong?
What if they have all potbelly pigs?
I do love potbelly pigs, but yeah, so Camilla becomes the god of safety and Dido is the god of music, and they just retire to their farm. They go out into the world if they're needed, but they're very hands-off gods as opposed to Cordelia.
I like to touch things. I like to touch everything.
I think there's a scene of Lime, maybe as a teenager, so like after she has, she obviously wants to grow up to be like her dad, a cool fighter. And so there's a scene of her fighting Uncle Lloyd, and she has like all kinds of cool Lime powers.
And I bet her ceviche is to die for.
Yeah, I was specifically thinking that like this scene is like Lime and Lloyd are dueling, and he's the god of identity, and she's a teenager, so he's winning, and all of a sudden her Super Saiyan mode activates because she has one too, which we haven't seen before. It's very funny that we set up King was part of an organization who were gathering children from some nefarious purpose, and then a group of heroes we never met took them down, and they all have this weird superpowered mode, and we just never investigated why.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep.
She could squirt lime juice into people's eyes in the middle of fights. Fuck.
That too. I was specifically thinking her finishing move is like all she has to do is land a single cut on you, and once your blood is exposed, she just turns your blood to lime juice and you asphyxiate.
That's the fun. That's the finisher. The lime juice in the eyes is like a starting.
Yeah, absolutely. She's an incredibly deadly fighter, maybe even surpassing her dad if by using her intelligence in conjunction with her sick strength. But yeah, that's the last image there is them dueling. Any other NPCs? We talked about Calliope and Morrow go on to be acolytes of Cordelia. They're kind of your new Furies. They go out on missions for you.
They maintain the temple. Because they both live at the tree.
What does Pope do, Austin?
That's a good question. I think Pope probably is part of the organization with Balthazar, a teacher. What does he teach? Anger management. Anger management, definitely.
Can I still teach home ec?
It's up to
The
King.
god of murder here to teach you how to sew. You take this part of the thigh skin, and you take this part of foot, you put it together, it's a hat.
So, we end where we began. Nifix and Kato having a chat. But this time, instead of in the safety of his office, you're floating through the void in the Garden of Eden. In a paradise, but with a lot of unstated, complicated history between the two of you. A lot has happened.
So, Kato, apologies it didn't really work out how you'd probably hoped.
You know, I spent a lot of time regretting my mistakes. The big one that made me get out of psychopumping. I still think about it every day, but I don't think of hiring you for the Furies in the same way. You did save the world 3 times. A lot of people are alive because of you.
When you made that offer, I thought I could treat all of this a lot more detached than I ended up doing. I thought it's like, hey, this is gonna be fine. I'll just be a support class. It'll be like doing raids and an MMO. I'll just, I'll buff them, let them do all the killing jobs. It'll be fine, I hadn't prepared for having to be a killer myself. I know that should have occurred to me when you asked me to be on a team of killers, but yeah, I was naive.
The way I thought of it was, I needed the best killers in the world to stand up to the biggest threats. But I also needed a moral center, and you also happen to be a once-in-a-generation magical talent, a kind of all-in-one package. What I did not foresee was the effect their sociopathy would have on you.
You do realize they were a team of remorseless murderers, and I'd never so much as punched a person before. Like, actually hurting people, not a thing I'd ever really done. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's more of a two-way street than perhaps I was ready for, You expect the good to rub off on the evil, but maybe not the other way so much. You tell yourself it'll be worth it to get the bad guys out of the picture, but you get dirty when you get down in the mud with them.
I thought that would happen too, and I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I came to you sometime early on it. What was it, after the first mission, I think, and
It was after Jean, I believe, and you failed to save Cordelia. You were troubled.
I needed advice. I wasn't ready to see someone murdered. I wasn't ready to kill. I wasn't equipped to keep a team of people whose entire life had been about killing in check. Like, it's not like if you'd put someone with experience killing, if you'd put like the world's greatest assassin or something in charge of the team, there might have been a bit more respect from the others that I knew what I was doing, but I came to you looking for help, and you really did just blow me off. I'm gonna say it, your advice to just worry less didn't really help. That's not how it works. You can't just tell someone to just not worry anymore and it work. Like, I kind of just interpreted that as start making reckless decisions without really thinking through the consequences. And that was the only real advice I had, and I kind of lent into that, and that did not go great.
Here's the problem, Nifix. Or rather, here are the series of problems. One is that political violence works. There was once feudalism, slavery, totalitarianism of the greatest, most terrible evil, and those were not solved by asking nicely, they were solved by killing those bad people. And so it is a necessary tool. The second problem is the only kind of people who can enact that kind of violence are the kind of people who you don't want in your society of good. And so you have to sacrifice good people.
I mean,
you have to send good people to do bad things. And maybe it was not my place to decide that. Perhaps I wronged you, even though I saved millions of people with that choice. We saved millions of people.
I don't deny that you saved millions of people. I don't deny that I saved millions of people. I don't deny that, given the fact I was dead, I don't think that it was the worst idea. But I feel a lot of guilt over the people I killed to get here. Like, I feel like I helped a lot of people, and I feel like the choices I made, I hope at least will change the world for the better, but I would never have been a killer if not for you. And I carry every person I killed with me. I don't have a taste. I don't have a taste for it anymore, for violence, but just... You, me, and Sharon here, we all did things that were morally dubious because we were trying to make the world a better place. And for all of our fuck-ups, I get it. You made a hard call because you wanted to try and make things better. I get that.
Don't people say that the only people who should be leaders are the ones who don't want it? Trying to get all that kind of power is a disqualifying factor for somebody. I think something similar happens for the people required to do terrible violence in the name of good. The only people who should have the power to do it are the kind of people who would find it distasteful.
I mean, that's what I hold on to.
I won't ask you to forgive me, Nifix. Maybe you will in your own time. Maybe you'll hold it against me and you'll be right to do so. But if you won't take it from me, I do have a note here. King left this with me when you made the news after blowing the Galler horn, and he told me to give it to you if I saw you again.
I'd like that.
Yeah, well, it's just a big picture of dick butt, so I mean, I don't really know what I need to read.
Got him.
Hey, Nitfix. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I haven't been able to see you much lately. I tried to find the mining slotty after Babel died and want to cut off my hand and kidnap Line, so I have to go save her. If I survive, then maybe we can get together for dinner sometime. I'll cook your favorite food. Something with Doritos, right? Oh, and I hope your date with Lloyd went well. It's okay if it doesn't. It's more important for him to do things that aren't fighting people. And when he says he likes winners, you were the first person I thought of. That's what you do, right? You're a professional game winner? Well, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope I get to see you again. But if not, I guess thanks for being my friend.
And I think with that, Nifix just starts to cry.
Have you been searching all along? Came facing twilight on and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping yet the real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a shapeshifter at Poe's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, what else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me, that's where I find an empty glass, reflecting the sad truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need the mask. I'm a shapeshifter at Poe's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me, just a cage of bones, there's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at Poe's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Tell him again. Do it. Thank you. Okay, I'm putting you back down.
Okay, so none of this is probably usable for the credits, so we should talk about the executive producers for March 2020.
Please leave the cat noises in.
If they show up on your recording.
Fine. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling up the list. Executive producers, March 2020. Joseph Tombrello.
Extellaris.
Jade.
Brent, still every episode of Dice Funk Goatly.
Devin, conduit of evolution.
John Madera, conduit of caramel lattes.
Rob Dakin. Fighter of Rob Nightkin.
Paul Mullen.
Inspired by all these PhD patrons, I'm getting a degree in what the heck.
You already have a degree in what the heck.
Yeah. Rip Chip, human fighter and pal of Harking Caleb, eaten by an ankeg.
Christ man, smiting all the fake Christians. Uh-oh.
What's an ankeg?
It's a big D&D insect. We had this exact conversation last month.
My brain is broken. Christ, man. No, you said that one. I got distracted by the ankeg.
You literally did have a traumatic brain injury this week.
Oh, I did. That's right.
That's going to be an excuse for like 2.5 years now.
Thank God. I got some excuse.
Toshiro Kuru's new self, 40 pounds lighter and finally in control of the accounts. I'm not sure when you lost control of your accounts. That's bad, but congrats on the health.
Being in control of the accounts is very good for my mental health, so I bet it's very helpful for you.
I want fewer accounts, frankly.
Well, I want fewer of them, but if I'm not in charge of them, I don't know what's going on, and then I'm 100% anxious all the time.
That's bad. Andrew
Grothin.
Oh my gosh. That's my horny noise.
No, it's... What?
The cat made a horny noise. How come I can't make a horny noise?
You're always complaining about how they won't leave your bussy alone, and here we are. Buck Pucker, the cavernous cowboy.
Dr. Goatman.
Faith _and_ Valor.
It's Francois V.
Hedron Master.
Oh man, I shouldn't have wasted so much time with the horny noise. I got stuck with this one. Hold up, what's your starter Pokemon? Dildo, Vibrator, or Butt Plug?
I'll choose Vibrator.
Snorlax.
That's not one of the options.
Snorlax.
JK.
Jamie, conduit of dumb gay bitch.
Same. John what?
Nephis Decidia, a sheep with crushingly low self-esteem.
No.
If you're a sheep, you're soft. Just be proud of it.
Possum Kingdom Refugee.
Random, conduit of Would You Like a Hug?
Sternad.
You read ahead.
I read ahead.
Vinny, currently dreaming of Austin's bussy cakes. I don't even know what that means.
Your cheeks. It's the cheeks, Austin.
I hate it.
Your cheeks.
No.
Z236. 19.
Kevin Dobbins.
Kiss a gambling pig. He's Irish.
Charlie Chalkley is DMing his first sesh on Saturday. Oh God, Austin, help! Here's the secret. They can't stop you.
Pumpkin spice itself.
Robert Tuttle.
Anthony, patron Adora.
Aquatic squirrel.
I'm here for it. Is he wearing like little scuba gear? It's like that parrot with the goggles.
Yeah, I love to reference pictures I saw on the internet.
They'll know. They understand.
Okay, Morgan Rapp.
I say that every time. Haley Anderson.
Pinko Sock.
Back in the summer of 69. That's good.
Oh my
It's
God.
a 6 and then a D and then a 9.
Yeah, it sure is. But the next one's very French. Can you do it? Are you Frenchier than me?
Ce n'est pas un homme, je moi de Mars.
Exactly.
I don't know. I tried.
'Tis I, Zedster.
64-pound mac and cheese homunculus.
It wasn't 64 pounds. It was 64 ounces. Come on. Come on.
At Blackstone Mask. I'm gonna make him wear me on his face.
What is happening? A horny illithid coming for Austin's pussy. This is gonna be the worst credits of all time.
A montage of Gosnific staring out into the rain.
A non-horny gift for Austin, and a very horny one for the goblin.
A question we all need an answer to. Is Anne smarter than King?
No, Anne is intelligence of 3? King is like in 7 or something.
A werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand.
Triple A. Isaac, conduit of Linux, mascot Tux the Penguin.
I like how you stopped me before I could make my werewolf joke.
Did I?
I was about to say, if you kill the original Chinese menu.
How could I have possibly known that was coming?
Because I do it all the time.
I don't think you do.
I'm always making the werewolf thing.
I guess.
And you're like, you get so mad about it.
I'm not. Does you people actually think I'm mad and not like doing comedic exasperation?
I don't know.
Okay, I've never been mad on Mike.
Aaron Norgard.
Abigail Grace.
Adrian Y.
Aftershock. Too busy planning an art expo to update Patreon name.
But hold on. But you updated the...
Yeah, when they weren't busy, and now they are. It's a future.
Agent Hedgepiggle.
Aggressively weeping and eating ramen.
The Austin Yarsky story.
Am I aggressively weeping, or is it gentle?
What are you doing down there?
They're doing cat stuff.
Okay. Eloris.
Ooh, boy.
Eloros.
Excuse?
A conduit of toast.
Okay, Aki Savalainen.
Alex Vepra.
An otter air saxophoning careless whisper with your phone?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. God, that song slaps.
Okay.
You sent me that video.
Wait,
Did
I sent you a video of an otter air saxophoning careless whisper?
Or maybe I sent it to you. It was the otter. He had the phone in his mouth and it looked like he was doing the saxophone. And in the background, it was playing Careless Whisper.
You send me dozens of animal videos every day. It's hard to keep track.
I remember, like, everyone.
You have an eidetic memory, but only for animal videos. Meanwhile, I'm like, all right, so remember that thing that happened last episode? And you're like, no, I might as well not have existed until 25 seconds ago.
But if you need to know my top 5 seal video.
Andrew Birmingham.
We're still in the A's.
We're in hell.
Andrew Fedge, conduit of speaking. Is it Fedgy? I know they've told us.
Oh, fuck. What's the point of anything?
Fedgy, conduit of speaking. Because it's like veggies. Andrew Fedge, conduit of speaking truth to power itself.
Anna,
conduit of procrastination.
Did Anna respond when you said her name?
Banana. No, she's cleaning her butt.
Anon.
Antonio, conduit of snacks.
Arachnival, making dark deals with the spiders of mortality. They're coming for you.
Ariadne. Oh, God. You know when you say something too many times and you don't know what it should sound like?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's that. But asking if this island has got any daiquiris.
Arjun de Koning.
Ash, the gayest bitch in the Midwest.
Austin, I can't believe you had to Google Beasterizer. I just wanted to make sure. I even said before I Googled it, isn't that the name of Bloody Roar? I was right. I was just checking. You gotta...
I still don't remember. Was that last credits?
It was a while ago. Measure twice, cut once.
Austin, you're a great storyteller. Isaac, conduit of gavel, gavel, gavel.
Badodroid?
Beta droid.
Beast 667.
Becky Toothville, property of Janiac.
BJ, if Lime dies, we all die.
Finally. B-Ray Echo, yeah.
Sorry, that really got me. It's just a matter of fact. I guess I'll die. Before we continue, I gotta poop. Back in 5. Was this written by King?
Big time Getty Lee. Conduit of big time bass riffs.
Bass?
Bass? I was thinking about Leroy Brown, the baddest fish in the whole damn town.
Okay.
Okay.
Blue
he's
6.
He's a fish and he's a bass.
Blue 6.
Bass riffs. Bonus.
Brady, god of murder, survivor of Lorne's massacre.
Why would you want to survive that? It's terrible. Brett.
Bro Jimbo.
You didn't say that with the right excitement.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to show us how it's done?
Brojimbo.
Is that how? Okay. If you say
Brojimbo. Buy your girl some flowers?
Lauren, you want to... Callum, Monsieur Garbage Turner.
Come on, Monsieur.
Oh my...
Monsieur.
There's nothing I do good enough for you.
No, I just woke up and I have a caffeinated beverage and I'm an idiot.
Kamran Abbas. Cameron
Look,
Abbas.
hold on. I just spit my drink everywhere.
Good. Candace, listen to Dice Funk Starling.
Yeah, you keep going. I'm just gonna clean this up.
Yeah, pick up the cat and use it to mop up your mess. Caradwen. Chief Beef Thief. I could probably say that at a different cadence. Chief Beef Thief. That's hard. Chloe the dog is #1 baking helper. Aw, good dog's covered in flour. They're just wagging their tail. They don't even know about messes. They love it.
Do you ever think about Bailey?
Elizabeth Warren's dog that stole the burrito.
She stole so much burrito.
At the time of recording, this is very viral. When you're hearing this, probably not so much, but...
Okay, so I made a mess, and I don't remember. Where were we at?
Chris, conduit of bad decisions, Walling.
Chris from Ohio.
Christopher Charlow.
Coho Blast.
Do you ever think about how our Chris, seems like he's from Ohio? I know he's from Pennsylvania. He just has a big Ohio energy.
You can't say that.
Why?
Ohio and Pennsylvania don't like each other, from what I know.
Oh, wow. A thing that matters.
It's a football thing, I guess.
I love it when things matter.
Oh my god. Cool Christmas. Conduit of not paying child support. Hey!
That's a classic Jim Sterling joke.
Okay, I was like, hey, pay your child support.
Corim, professor of the Ashen Wolves house beneath Garrick Mock. Yeah, that DLC was pretty good. I beat it in like 3 hours. No big deal.
Counterfeit.
C.R. Saldana, prophet of RN Jesus.
Cthulhu, conduit of tentacle mindfucking.
Well, that went from cute to extremely hardcore.
Hey, Q.
Yeah.
Cumber.
Oh, Dan B.
Cumber.
We're only in the D's. We're doing this for like 25 minutes.
You got to do it one time.
Do what?
Dan B. Just say Cumber for like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, when the Cumber madness took me.
Yeah. Cumber.
We're never going to do this. Dandy Snuff.
Daniel Marsden, conduit of unnecessary concept.
Just fucking roasting the typo.
No, I just thought they were trying to put ass in there.
Oh, maybe. Daria is finally writing. Hey, that worked out.
Good job, Daria. Dawning Frost!
Daz is lost.
Deathworm Jim quit the 9 to 5 to become a dog walker because depression. Yeah.
I mean, on the plus side, dogs.
Yeah, the dog part sounds nice.
Decibel.
Declan Sands.
Dennis Pancake Detlefson.
Dice Fuck Dungeons and Dildos spin-offs for dogs? No.
That is my fault. That's on me because last month I said dogs can have little a dildo as a treat. So
Oh, you did. What's wrong with you?
a lot. Dice fuck. There's 2 dice fucks. The Real Play Fatal podcast. Fatal. That's F.A.T.A.L. Is a tabletop RPG famous for very weird sexual stuff like rolling for the size of your genitals.
DM Tao. Now I have to deal with player shenanigans. Why are you putting your face in my knee?
You didn't have any.
Your face in my knee elbow. What's that called?
Your knee elbow?
The bendy part.
It's just called the back of your knee.
Yeah. That's where she's putting her face.
You didn't have any thoughts about Fatal, a thing I just introduced you to? I thought you'd have a fun reaction to that.
I'm ignoring it because I choose not to acknowledge its existence.
Okay, Don Johnston, is that where we are?
Yeah, you can't make people roll for genitals. That's very rude.
It's Dorian, Conduit of Devotion.
Doro.
Dr. Isix.
Dragon Nexus.
Dylan and Rillin the dog. We're behind and need to catch up.
Aw, that's because they've been doing all the dishes for everybody.
And dogs love to run. I was going on a walk the other day, and it started raining, and there was someone walking the dog, and then they started running, and the dog seemed so fucking thrilled. It was like, we run now?
I love it.
They love it.
Dylan, conduit of making you two laugh. Also, hashtag da hornt, hashtag him's penis.
I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fun.
Eating your ass like an oyster, the way you came like a tsunami.
I hope that's a lyric or something and not just someone doing freestyle jazz about my pussy.
E-Brand, Lauren is my friend. I love her. Hello, E-Brand.
Okay, you get the nice ones. How come they're all like, oh, we love you, Lauren, we support you? Austin, bend over. Please.
Because you're always saying you're not horny. And so they're like, we'll find out. Whereas I'm like, yeah, sometimes I fuck. So.
Hey, Einar J.
Do you ever fuck, Austin?
I've never fucked.
See? Now they're gonna come harder for your pussy.
I've never been horny. I've never done drugs. I've never said a swear word.
Oh my god. Eolta?
Ecorin.
Ecorin. Elder dog.
Elderly goose. Conduit of using the same spell over and over until it works.
Yes.
Locate creature. Locate creature. Locate creature.
Let's find some more about your pussy. Hold on.
No, Eleanor Donate sees Periton, horned vampire lady with depression. Lean, non-stop singing Skimbleshanks, the railway cat. The cat. Also, listen, we're having a lot of fun here on the internet with Skimbleshanks. How have we not acknowledged that Busterfer Jones is the best named cat's cat?
I forgot about Busterfer Jones.
I don't give a shit about him or his songs or anything. I'm just saying, just on purely name basis, Busterfer Jones is the best.
Elizabeth Jackalope. Elusive Lily. Emma, y'all Math Tiger called it. Moose is a human.
I'm almost 100% sure we said Moose is a human and we were ignored.
We were. Indigo Vandane, maybe.
Erwin Leilagadek.
Evie, conduit of trying out new name in the credits.
Fair Majesty, Empress Quintilian Galaxion.
Filmquisition.
Florian H.
Follow Slide Bible on Facebook.
Francois Arsenal.
Frank Sands.
Freshly squeezed orange Criterion.
Ooh, I love orange stuff. Gage, conduit of loneliness.
Gary Bussey. God damn it.
I'm so excited. Gideon, a living or extinct creature, myth, or ancient civ every month.
Ginger beers.
You sound so tired.
I'm dying.
Grapefruit juice.
Graffiti, rhetorical conduit of rhetorical conduits.
GSV _ lasting damage.
Halju.
Harley the Floral Lyricat.
Harrison Andrew.
Harry, Dad King getting high ratings from the Scalies.
Everyone loves King except for Chris.
Hey guys, it's Ashley.
Hello. He's a good Brent, dogs.
He's a good Austin, dogs. So all the dogs will come see you.
I wish they would.
His succulents, Archibald, Roman numerals. I just spoke.
Hort furry with a lightsaber.
Oh, can you tell me what those Roman numerals are? Because I'm really bad at Roman numerals.
I promise it doesn't matter, dog.
Okay, well. How do I make friend? Regards, conduit or social faux pas?
I dread stairs. That's good information to have.
Ingmar Grimon.
It's pyropsychotic. Don't yuck my yum.
I will not. Evolution.
Jaden.
James Neely.
Janiac. Conduit of... Fuck off. Conduit of getting fingered against the bins behind a Wendy's. Why a Wendy's? Can't it at least be a Five Guys?
I feel like that's something you would have done, though.
Finger bang someone behind a Wendy's?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was an Arby's.
Oh, yeah. Janiac bullies Austin while I watch.
I hate everything that's been said today. Jaspel, aka Cat Necromancer, meows Ferratu.
Hold on, we're back in.
That's cute.
Jay Logan, conduit of queerness, mage of life.
Jealous Goddess Cosplay.
Jen.
Jenny Colby.
Just Veggie, conduit of veggies. See?
Joanna the Wrench Witch.
John Carey, not that one.
John Potts.
John, conduit of subpar joke names.
Josie, conduit of Buffalo Chicken Pizza. Try a slice.
That's like one of Austin's favorite pizzas.
That's usually what I get, yeah. I fuck around. I cut out the part of the last episode where I called you a pizza pervert, by the way.
Now you're gonna leave this in the credits, so they'll all be very confused.
It seemed very confrontational, and then Chris called you a sauce whore or something. It just got, like, really confrontational.
I've been called a whore enough already this week.
Well, yeah, so I cut it.
Do we say, John, Jew-man hacking up my fucking lungs, send help.
Julian Phillips, conduit of Kaizen.
Just a jester.
Juzzy, conduit of being Polly to get a heist team of cuties.
Solid plan. Jorgen, Indie Monster, Windweck Ford, conduit of symbols I can't read, and lactose intolerant.
That's one way of dealing with that. Katana's for kids.
No, don't give them to kids. Are those A's with tildes? Those are A's with tildes.
Well, no, okay. So for the audience, when I download the list name from Patreon, it comes in an Excel spreadsheet, but for some reason Lauren's computer can't read it, so I have to convert it into a PDF, which crushes all of the formatting, which I have to fix. So whatever this was not read by Excel correctly, and so it got messed up. This is boring. No one gives a shit.
Now your A's with tildes, ... and lactose intolerance.
Kate, conduit of fading regret.
Kiefer Lowe.
Kelladry wants to know how much magic lore Austin knows. If you are a Patreon subscriber of Weekly Manga Recap, Chris and I did like an hour and a half on magic lore for his bonus pod. The answer is all of it.
Oh, that's really cute of you guys.
Big nerds.
Keller Automat.
Ken, conduit of finally writing this goddamn PhD dissertation.
Kenteroy.
Kidney, a beholder in a snazzy hat.
That's a great name for a beholder.
I think they're trying to be best friends with McNuggets. This is an attempt to get their OC onto the show.
I respect that.
Killer Cotton Shizno.
Kaniku fan.
Kitty Foe, warm snoring burrito, 8-year Valentine candy.
Christina, conduit of shipping Nifix and Sharon itself. Kyle Badsvik. Kyle, conduit of Drop Goodwood and King Badass / Vic.
Lady Misfit, Dino Fact, synapsids are defined by having one temporal fenestra.
You know we don't know what those words mean.
That's just stunting. That's like one the show where I'll be like, did you know that
Yep.
something Egypt? And you'll be like, yeah, cool, dumbass, we hate you.
Larry Yelling NB, who is also on a little podcast called Humans Hollering at News, which I am now a host of.
Fenestra, a small natural hole or opening, especially in a bone.
Bone.
Lars
Own Earth.
Lauren's mom's duck, conduit of the Untitled Duck game.
He doesn't sleep in the house anymore, but he comes home for snacks.
Ducks are good.
I forgot where we were. Oh, Loopy Elephant would like Austin to talk about Mustelidae more.
They're good. They're like cats, but what if they got stretched and they love to steal?
I literally have to record another podcast in 15 minutes, and we're only in the L's.
Lauren Cates, conduit of February 29th, kids, break from no birthday for you jokes. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the birthday right before Christmas camp, so I feel the birthday weirdness.
Love you all, especially Chris. Come on. Conduit of favoritism. Why does everybody love Chris the most?
He refuses to love himself, so somebody has to.
Damn.
Ludovico Limited.
Luke Powers.
Luther, the conduit of finding a secret baby finch.
I want it.
You already have so many animals.
I want it.
Manticore Deathlord.
The Cult of Gorfanax.
Master Zemnahort.
Pass.
He can't pass. That's nothing.
You do it.
Mateo Zenek.
Mass Tiger says 50.69% chance that King's Conduit is changing.
Matt Collier.
I can't believe that worked.
What, just passing?
And you did it.
Maybe if we didn't take us 45 minutes to get to the M's, I'd fight you more. Matt Collier.
Matt Collier. Matt Lackett's conduit of Ingeramimus Nocte et Consumimar Igni.
I like giving you the foreign language ones because you don't care if you're wrong.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong and it's fine.
Matt S. Heigmer.
Matthew, listen to Dice Rink and Nearscum Schultz.
Maximum Side Boob celebrating 1 full year of tasteful nudity.
Majin, conduit of 3D printing Dickosauruses for everyone I know.
Mel Bent.
Melissa the Dice Goblin celebrates 4 years of marriage. Oh my gosh, congratulations.
So many. Myrrh of Stone, Conqueror of Mountains, Harbinger of Glory,
Michael Hall.
Midlife Stasis, Conduit of Inevitability.
Miles, conduit of strong ballot opinions. But she fine though.
She is. Modified Matthew.
Mr. Willie Phoenix, Stephen Lesbian Seagull Pooh Bear Shaker.
Namita Neskins, Conduit of Error.
Nathaniel Holman.
Nicholas Dominic. I put a little extra stank on that one for you. Like that?
Nicholas McDonald.
Nick.
Nick Thetford, I forgive you for bringing up face sitting. Hold on, face sitting is like the least gross thing.
Nonfinite.
Only respect for my McQuare. Hashtag Zoe Fan Club.
Paye Robjerg.
Pangolin.
Patrick Babcock, conduit of This Is Fine itself.
Hi, Patrick. Patrick Williams.
Please check my webcomic, ruinousfortune.com.
Do it. Pocket Sundial.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Preston Bowers.
Pruitt Holcomb.
Puck Boy.
Razumi Yazura.
Remsiv.
Robert Chisholm, conduit of Gigantamax Cornelia Wrecking Shit.
Rule 34, Bob Ciaccolone.
I don't know who that is, but we don't need them.
Ciaccolone.
Giacolone.
It's big Vento Oreo energy.
S. Kearney, loose in the big city.
Salad Child.
Scarlet Eyes Yuri.
Sean LB, finally playing Nier, thanks to Dice Funk background music. Nier rocks.
I know a lot of people cosplay the lady.
Yeah, that's Nier Automata. That's the one that has got popular, but I'm an original Nier apologist. Thank you very much.
Okay. Simmons, conduit of Harder Slotty.
Just so fucking done. Sergeant Rattlebones, 31st Bussy Protection Brigade.
Someone's got to protect your bussy.
Yeah.
Shane Sedgwick.
Shane Ware, conduit of hedonistic pansexual polyamorous switches.
Simon Lee, conduit of Chungus, bearer of Dinkus, minion of John Con.
Sin Milk Tom.
Sir Octopus, conduit of chivalrous cephalopods.
Slime King Mike, purple, seeking revenge for not choosing the Slime River.
Slime King Mike sure loves some slime, huh?
That's what we call characterization, Lauren.
Slime is good.
Spaghetto, captain of the Austin Authorized Bussy Blasted Brigade.
Sporeman Zero. Starlight Glimmer did nothing wrong.
No.
Read it.
No.
Read it.
You read it.
Steven, the edgy one from Austin's Bussy Boys.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Who am I to disagree?
Cyretha packed south, soaking in that sun.
Tabitha Spokes.
Tales of inquiry.
Teraflops.
Terezi Perop.
What's wrong with you?
Terezi Pyrope, Transing June Egbert. I'm literally coming apart at the seams. And you said, also, that's not the way you use literally.
Oh boy.
Watch me.
The murderous mongoose who is secretly standing directly behind you.
The precursor.
Titus.
Toby Giesenstack.
Tom Bowers.
Trees, they are us.
Is it Trees Thesaurus or Trees? They are us.
Trevor S., the goblin teacher.
Shane S.
Universal Toby.
Verb your adjective, noun 1, into my noun 2.
Victoria Melito, conduit of quietness.
Wiljon Vinky.
Ziphosaurus.
Your boy Sean.
Yam.
Zoltar, the Viking death metal caterpillar, conduit of retribution.
Let the rain fall down. I'm coming clean. Zukas. There's a lot of quotation marks in there, and it really hecked up the formatting, but I did it. I read it.
You did.
Oh, boy. Let me tell you, I am sore.
Why are you? This is because they've been fucking up your pussy.
Sure is, buddy. Patreon.com/Austin Yorsky. That's me. Patreon.com/Weekly Manga Recap. That's Chris. Patreon.com/Of That's Conrad. Patreon.com/Laura K. Buzz. That's Laura. Lauren, where can we find you?
I'm on a fun podcast called Humans Hollering at News, which I think is patreon.com/Humans Hollering at News. I should check that. And also, if you would like to pay for